I'm the Festive Success Coach. I'm also a TV presenter, in case you didn't know. I've had over 150 TV appearances. My TV appearances have included TV presenting, hosting TV shows. I've had the opportunity to be interviewed, and I've also participated in very fun TV shows such as Dinner Date on ITV. So I've had the opportunity to really expand my skills, my camera skills in terms of being in front of the camera, and also have been behind the camera, been involved in some of the technical sides of things and the production as well. Some of the TV channels that I've been on include Ben TV, ITV, MTV, RSTV. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you now, giving you the steps on how you can break into the TV industry. I'm actually going to give you 10 steps, which is quite a lot. So make sure you get a pen and paper right now, get your notebook, or get your iPad or your phone and just start taking notes, because believe me, information comes and goes, and sometimes things go through one ear and out the other. So it's really important for you to write things down, take notes, go over your notes as well, and make sure you take it seriously to really track your success, track what you're going to do about breaking into the TV industry. Grab your cup of coffee or your cup of tea, and I'll be pausing for a minute. Okay, so welcome back. I'm going to give you the 10 steps on how you can break into the TV industry. Now, step number 1, I think it's very, very vital for you if you want to really break into the TV industry, and if you want a long and lasting career in television. I think it's really important that you do a course. So this is obviously the foundation thing. Do a course, learn, gain actual knowledge and understanding of the industry of media. You could decide to do a short course, you could do a degree. If you've already got a degree, you could decide to do a master's degree. There are one-day courses, and there's also a lot of training online as well. Just online training. You can even just read articles, buy books. Learning is not necessarily that you have to do a course or a degree or something like that. You could actually teach yourself some information too. If you are interested in doing a short course or doing a degree of some sort that would help you to break into the TV industry, I would recommend that you go for a course such as journalism, radio as well, because sometimes radio helps you to break into the TV industry as well. Mass communications, media studies, communication studies. You can also do film studies, you could do the cinema, you could do cinematography, you could do a course in videography, photography as well, because photography also can connect you into the TV industry. So make sure you choose a relevant course. I also think that you could do something in events as well, because events always links to TV. Most events end up being on TV, so that's also another way for you to break through into the TV industry. Or you could do something in fashion. Okay, so step number 2 on how you can break into the TV industry would be to actually do some work experience. If you are fortunate, you have the real passion and you're willing to work hard, you're willing to start from the bottom and work your way up to the top, then I would recommend that you do some work experience, because it can be a very, very great way to break into the TV world. Most production companies and TV channels and digital media organisations, they're really looking for people to help, especially if you go to like Gumtree, you go onto the internet, you will find a lot of up and coming production companies that really do need assistance to help out. Also target events as well. If you're really keen to get into the industry, target events as well, and do work experience for an organisation that are linked to the media, because most of the time the media go to the events. To be a TV presenter or work backstage or in front of the camera, you have to realise that you do need experience. It's not just about having a nice smile or being a nice person. It's not just enough to want to be in the TV industry. You must build up your CV and your portfolio. So that's why it's important to have some education behind you, and it's important to also have the experience behind you too. I'm not saying that they're the most important things, but they can be very, very helpful if you really want to break in. Okay, so step number 3 on what you can do to break into the television industry would be to build a strong online presence. It's so important that people know who you are. People go to Google and see your profile come up, your LinkedIn come up, your Facebook, your Twitter, your Instagram, your YouTube videos come popping up. It's important that you build an online presence, because this is a great way for you to attract media attention. It's important to have social media working for you to make you more popular, to make you stand out, and use your Facebook, your Twitter, your Instagram, your Pinterest, your LinkedIn profile, whatever it is you have there. I would recommend that you use it to your advantage to build yourself up, to promote yourself, to showcase yourself in the best way, showcase your talent, your new pictures, your portfolio. Keep it fresh, keep things fresh, keep being interesting, inspire people with your social media platforms, and Don't be afraid to stand out. Don't be afraid to share your videos if you've got videos. And also don't think that just because you don't have 20 million followers, or, you know, maybe you don't have 10,000 followers like some other people, it doesn't mean that you will not get TV recognition. I've seen people on YouTube or on Facebook that have like thousands and thousands of followers, but when I've asked them about their TV experiences, they haven't had any. Whereas I haven't got as many followers as maybe some really, really famous people that are online. However, I've managed to have 10 times more TV appearances than them. So it just goes to show that it's just about you. It's amazing to be online, but you have to remember that it's about the real world. So use what you do online to get you opportunities in the real world. It's not just about having a great Facebook and a great Twitter, a great YouTube, and then that's it. It's about using that to actually use it as a stepping stone to get into other things. So for example, if you want to be doing TV presenting, or you want to speak at events, or perhaps you want to get into cooking shows, use it as a platform and start applying. Okay, so step number 4 on how you can break into the television industry is to share your talent. Many of you are gifted and talented in many ways. Perhaps you're a singer, as I said before, motivational speaker. Perhaps you can make amazing cupcakes. Maybe you're good at designing wedding dresses, or maybe you make shoes and crystallize and glamorize all these lovely shoes, and you are hiding that talent. Or maybe you have the talent and you're using it in your local area, you're using it in your local community, but now it's time for you to step it up a notch and start contacting television shows and telling them about your gift and about your talent, and put yourself out there and ask them to invite you on the show for you to showcase your talent. But this does obviously mean that you need to perfect your talent, you need to be confident that you can demonstrate it. A lot of people, when I ask them to sing, or when they're asked to sing, they're asked to perform, they never do it. They get so shy to the point that they block themselves, and no one will know about your talent unless you put yourself out there. So you need to stop being shy, you need to start performing, you know, showcase your talent, expose your talent, put yourself out there. Even if you're not perfect yet, even if you've got a long way to go, the more you put yourself out there, the more you will captivate an audience, and you will start to have fans, and you will attract media recognition. Using myself as an example, I actually got my major break of television when I actually performed at an event. I used to use my singing gift all the time. I performed as much as possible. I used to enter talent shows. I used to travel from London to Essex and travel to different cities just because I really wanted to be a singer. And to be honest, I didn't necessarily have the best voice in the world, but I was willing to use my talent, I was willing to use my gift and develop it, and people started booking me for shows all over. I was always known as the singer. One day I was invited to perform in front of one of the governors of Nigeria, and I had the opportunity to perform that day. When I finished performing, I actually had somebody come up to me from a TV channel, and they actually told me that they're in television, that they want to invite me onto their show, and they gave me their business card. And you know, usually you think to yourself, yeah, I've heard all this before. I mean, it's not like I'd heard it before, but sometimes you think, oh yeah, this is not the real thing. For some reason, when you get approached, you may not always believe it, but believe me, that was the real thing. When I contacted the guy, it was all real, it was all genuine, and that was my break into TV. I had other TV appearances before then, like 1 or 2, but the main break for me came when I performed at that place. So I really do recommend that you use your talent. You put your talent out there. One day you might meet a TV producer, you might meet a TV presenter that will actually contact you and say, can you perform on my show? Or can you come onto my show and talk about your talent?